Hey guys, what's going on? We're back with another Pokemon Unite guide video. Today I'll be showing you guys how to lane efficiently on top and bottom sides. There's a little bit of difference in what you have in the positioning of creeps, but overall it's generally basically the same. You just go down the lane, kill these monkeys on the way, make sure you get depending on your hero, you should prioritize the last hit. So for example, if you're a support hero that has a level 4 power spike, you should try to prioritize yourself a little bit and get your level 4 power spike. For both of us, Snorlax and Cinderace, we don't have a level 4 power spike, so I think it's usually better to give it to the Cinderace, because Cinderace is more of a late game hero and her early game's ass, so you want to power level as much as possible and get the extra EXP from getting the last hits. But if you have, for example, if you're laning with like Cameron, Ninetales, Eldergloss for some examples, there are other heroes with level 4 power spike that I may not know of or forgotten, but you should generally give them the creeps so they can protect you until you're strong enough, because they don't really need creeps anymore after they hit their level 4 power spike. They might steal a few accidentally, but that will give them the next level, which is their next skill, which will be great. But when they're level 4 and you're level 3 2, they'll protect you during that whole time, which will be really, really great. So after you kill all the monkeys, what you should do is go to the center creep. As you can see, I was a bit late on killing my monkey, but my Snorlax was really quick and went to kill the crab down at the bottom in the middle. What you can do in this situation, if you're slower, you could potentially go to score an early goal, which will give the same amount of EXP as the crab. As you can see, you got 4, and if you turn in to their goal and you have a score shield, you will guarantee to get that in, as the goals are really quick and you can easily keep the level difference roughly the same if the enemy gets it. With better coordinated stacks, you can have someone sitting in the bush waiting for the last hits. For example, Snorlax, his ability does about 500 damage. It's so easy to last hit on, and you'll be able to steal that last hit, whilst you can actually go to the top right and steal their monkey, or if you're bottom side, you can steal that Ordino at the bottom right of the minimap. So it's either top right or bottom right, and you can steal them if you're in a coordinated stack. But if your lane is extremely weak, right, you're against like some Ninetales Pikachu, some oppressing early game stuff, they're like nuking you down, you should always go for the early goal and maybe the steal, because you don't want to be falling too far behind in the early levels. So those are the little tricks that you can do in the early game to secure a better laning stage so you don't get ran over so quickly. And after you clear the middle creep, you just go back to your side and just basically clear whatever's left on your side of the playing field. After that, there's a little bit of short lull, because you clear out usually around 9:20, and you're waiting for the Corphish to spawn in the top left hand. So here's where you kind of stop them from scoring. You poke at them, see what's happening generally. And if nothing's happening, you just go get the Corphish at the top left. After this Corphish, the Vesper Queen or Bee spawn will come at 8:50 in the center of the map. This is very, very important to contest. As you can see, I'm back in time for this. If you're any slower, you might lose it to the enemy team if they're fast. My Snorlax is zoning for me whilst I steal these bees from them. This is a huge EXP change, because I basically got the whole bee, and I didn't get the last hit, but my Snorlax died for it, which is okay. But I got majority of the bees apart from the big one, which is kind of unfortunate, but we got most of the bees, so it's okay. And now I'm back to safety, playing safe, because Cinderace has a really bad early game. You just kind of have to power level, and that's how we go. How you got to do it. It's just so bad early game. This power diving was a bit risky because they're actually really strong, because they have a Ninetales, right, level 4. She turns into Ninetales and she starts freezing people, stunning people, and it's just absolute AIDS. So slow people, stunning people, everything. So we should be really playing defensively, trying to clear out as much camps close by as possible, and just defending our goal basically until the next Vesper Queen spawns. which will be at around 720 to 710. Lucario comes to do a top rotation. I don't understand why, but he came. Maybe he wants to solo top lane. That's what Lucarios tend to do. They usually solo the top lane, or they rotate for the Dreadnought at the bottom. Because when 7 minutes hits, this is when both Rotom and Dreadnought spawns, which is very important for top and bottom laners to know about. Not just the jungle, but you know, everyone to know about. They need to know that they need to rotate for Dreadnought with priority. Rotom is less of a goal because Dreadnought gives a massive EXP boost to the team and a shield, which will help actually doing some illegal turn-in stuff. So it's 7 minutes in the game, and I just told you guys you should technically go to the Dreadnought. However, I didn't go to Dreadnought this time because I'm a very weak Raboot. I'm not even Cinderace yet. So what you have to do in this situation is just basically you have to be solo here, not die, just protect gold, and keep on farming up basically, because this is not your time to shine. This is very dependent on what Pokemon you are playing actually. So if you're playing like someone that can rotate, like Lucario is usually a really strong top laner, you should, there's two ways to play it. You can solo lane here and just get lots of EXP, get all the Bs and stuff, or you can rotate down and secure the team. As you can see, the Cinderace is preoccupied here, so this leaves me allowed to be able to stay here and also just keep on farming, because the Cinderace is a little bit ahead of me because of a few kills that we gave to them, which allows, and Lucario is also fighting this Rotom. So this is a 4v3 fight for Dreadnought, so it's an advantage to us. So I don't really need to rotate, and if I rotate, I'm not very useful anyway because I am a Reboot still. Maybe and it's not worth the risk to try to help and potentially die, and when you're so weak anyway. So I mean, maybe you can throw out a few spells, but that's basically your contribution, whereas your other teammates are usually more stronger than you, so it's just better for you to stay and hope that you get more power level basically from this. So as you can see, I'm just rolling around the gold, killing the core fish, trying to protect my goal as best as possible here. But you know, I'm a Raboot, so it's just overall a sad time, you know. I'm trying to go for the steal here with the Blaze Kick, but I was a little bit too late, and also the lock on Blaze Kick is a bit off anyway, so I'm a bit annoyed about that, but it's okay. I definitely can't protect this goal because it's 2+ Rotom, which is too hard to fight against, especially how leveled these guys are. So what I decided to do is just sack the goal. It's important to sack the goal, guys, and not just die to protect the goal. If it's like usually if it's a 1v2 with goal, it's okay, but if it's a 1v2 plus Rotom, it's always bad. So, and that includes a 1v3 or 1v any more than that. So I just go back into the jungle because Zeraora is making space for me. If you know that you're a late game farmer, you should be taking this over your jungler. Yeah, so just take it. If they're making space for you by making big plays, making big rotations, you should just take the jungle because you're like basically you gotta consider yourself as the hard carry. You're gonna be needing all the power levels, all the levels that you need to be able to win the game in the late game. So as you can see, because I got those extra levels, I have the ultimate and I can turn this fight as well. But unfortunately, we overstepped against this Gengar, and Gengar's absolutely broken still, and he just, you know, presses ZR and kills everyone. That was really unfortunate. I completely misplayed that after that great rotation after the jungle camps, but it's okay because respawn times are very short, and we can get back to Dreadnought very soon. As you can see, the Dreadnought is spawning in 20 seconds, and I'm prepping for it. This is where I have to definitely join, guys. So the first Dreadnought, you guys technically don't have to join. However, depending on what hero you're playing. If you're playing a late game hero or someone that can easily solo top, you don't have to rotate for this. If you're bottom lane, you're already here, so you'll be there for the fight, you know, because you're already there. So yeah, but otherwise, yeah, we're just trying to contest for Dreadnought. We're trying to win this fight and be able to hit the Dreadnought. We're gonna keep on going there. I see that the jungle camp is respawned, so I go back for it because we have a few dead, and it looks like a lull down there. It's well worth it. to actually just farm up a bit more, because like I said again, if you're playing this late game hero, you'll know when you're a late game hero because you feel absolutely useless until you're until basically the end of the game. The more you play, you'll notice who's a late game hero and who's not a late game hero. And because I got these buffs, we have an easier fight. Hopefully I don't die here. I actually died. Never mind. It looked easier, but then it's because they have these tier 1 towers still, which is really, really unfortunate. It gives so much regen, and it's really unfortunate that we can't break through. But it's okay. We just keep on going because this will stop them stop the Dreadnought from being taken, which is very, very important actually. I'm trying again because we kind of need to, and we got the men this time, minus 0 aura, and they are low from the consistent fighting. And this time I commit the ulti for it, so we guarantee it. This time I get the goal first because so it's just important to get tier 1 goals, so it just unlocks these objectives a little bit more easier, and I run straight to Dreadnought. Because I'm Cinderace, I can actually eat through these objectives very, very quickly, and we get the second Dreadnought, which is great. This was longer than expected, so we probably won't get a third spawn. But usually you can get about 3 to 4 spawns if you're very, very consistent or in a higher level game. Yeah, so basically we're just doing the same thing, rinse and repeat. After the 7-minute mark, the laning phase kind of stops, and you just everywhere basically following the objectives, which is Rotom or Dreadnought around the map. You're going to rotating for them and just farming in between. And when there's a downtime, you just keep on farming, guys. I see a fight going on. This is a good fight to take because this will net us more EXP before the Zapdos spawns, which is very, very soon. And yeah, we got a triple kill over there because of the Dreadnought experience, because we are just, everyone is just a level above the enemy team. This turn-in is a little bit suspicious, but I'm going for it because my team is here. We have more numbers than them. We're actually a 3v2, which is very good. And if we turn in here, it's actually pretty decent. This is where I wish I had Scorch Shield on, but I don't. I do have Feint, and this guy is dead. Easy games. And maybe we get a nice turn in because after 2 minutes, the respawns are actually significantly long. And again here, I just wish I had a Scorch Shield on, but because it just clutches out games. But if you're playing properly, you don't really need to. So it's more of like a solo item here. And as you can see, we're actually ahead here. So if we're ahead, we don't actually need to go for our Zapdos. How do you know you guys are ahead? So sometimes in the game, there's a pop-up that will show it's a close battle, it's you're struggling or whatnot. Or what I usually do, I actually just ignore that because it's just useless information. Actually, it's just absolutely useless information. So as you can see, we lost 1 goal and they lost 2 goals. That means we potentially have a 100 points difference in them. So that's how you can kind of tell, because goals need 80 and then 100 to score, so you can easily tell. This time I want to protect my goal because and then clear out the red buff because I see them running towards bottom, and we just need to protect our goals and just protect Zapdos. And if they overextend too much and give us a team wipe, we can start Zapdos ourselves as well. Because, like I said, if we get more than a few kills, Zapdos is usually free for Cinderace. I'm starting Zapdos because there's 2 dead right now, and I'm Cinderace, and you can easily actually solo it. And the Gengar tries for the steal, but unfortunately, Cinderace got too much damage, man. Too much right-click damage, and we just easily secure it. Cinderace is a top tier pick because of that. His objective damage is just so significant. You can always get the objectives even in a bad game when you have a Cinderace. It's always a Cinderace game. There's always an end of the game. You know what I mean, guys? And that marks the end of this game. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you learned a lot. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me what you want to see as well. Peace out, guys. Remember to enjoy yourself with Pokemon Unite. It's such a fun game.